Mini split brands are lying to you on the spec sheet. BTU ratings, SEER scores, coverage claims, inflated, optimistic, or just flat wrong. And it's costing buyers thousands. Today we're stress testing the numbers against reality. 5 mini splits. Similar price points, wildly different outcomes when you actually run them. I've dug into the real-world performance data on all 5, efficiency numbers, failure patterns, what owners actually report after a full summer. By the end, you'll know exactly which one to buy at each price point and which ones to avoid entirely. Because the wrong call here isn't a minor inconvenience. It's hundreds of dollars in wasted electricity, a warranty claim that goes nowhere, or a unit that can't actually cool the room it promised to handle. The marketing on these things is aggressive. The reality is a different conversation. Let's have it. So here's the Garvey. 12,000 BTU, 22 SEER2, 750 square feet, 5-year warranty, all for $440.99. On paper, that's an aggressive value play. But here's where I pump the brakes hard. This unit has 15 reviews. 15! And a 4.7-star rating built on 15 reviews isn't a rating. It's a sample size so small it's basically meaningless. Early reviewers are almost always the most enthusiastic buyers. The skeptics haven't had time to chime in yet. That number will move. The question is which direction. The 22 SEER2 claim is bold. That would put it in genuinely elite efficiency territory. But without independent test data to back that up, it's just a spec sheet making promises. Anyone can print a number. Proving it is different. The 5-year warranty sounds reassuring until you read the fine print. Contact customer service first, or you void the support structure entirely. That's a hoop, not a guarantee. Bottom line, maybe this is a hidden gem, maybe it isn't. With this little real-world data, you're not buying a proven product, you're funding someone else's experiment. And at $440, that's a risk you don't have to take. So what does $800 actually buy you? The Senville Ledo promises 12,000 BTU, a 20.8 SEER, 2 efficiency rating, and a heat pump that stays functional down to 5 degrees Fahrenheit. On paper, that's a serious machine. And with 2,118 reviews at 4.4 stars, the market clearly knows this thing exists. That's not nothing. But here's where I pump the brakes. A 20.8 SEER, 2 score is decent, not class-leading. Newer competitors at this price point are pushing past that number, so you're paying a premium price for middle-of-the-pack efficiency. The 110/120 volts compatibility is genuinely useful. Standard household wiring, no electrician drama. And the 5-year parts and compressor warranty is legitimate coverage. But the design is aging. The feature set, Alexa integration, 4 operating modes, included line set, reads like a 2023 checklist, not a 2026 differentiator. At $799.99, this needs to beat its competition on every metric that matters. It doesn't, quite. It's a safe, established product, but safe and established isn't the same as best value. Good for buyers who want brand familiarity and warranty backup. Not the move if efficiency per dollar is your priority. So that brings us to the High-Quality 18,000 BTU Wi-Fi mini split. And on paper, this one looks like a serious upgrade. Bigger room coverage up to 1,250 square feet. Heat pump built in. Wi-Fi control, all for $549.99. Sounds compelling, right? Here's where I pump the brakes. This is a 230-volt system. That single spec changes your entire installation picture. Most standard outlets in your home are 120 volts. A 230-volt unit means a dedicated circuit, possibly an electrician, and real money before the unit even turns on. Budget that before you budget the unit. Now the efficiency rating, 19 SEER2. Respectable. But the 12,000 BTU options we've already looked at are trading at higher SEER2 numbers for less money and a simpler install. You're paying more, adding electrical complexity, and not necessarily gaining efficiency. The 1,250 square feet of coverage is the genuine selling point here. If you have a large open space, nothing else on this list touches it. 66 reviews at 4.3 stars is also a thin sample for a system this expensive. Not a red flag, but not confidence-inspiring either. Bottom line, this is the right tool for a specific job. Big room, existing 230-volt infrastructure. If that's not your situation, you're buying headaches. That brings us to the one that actually surprised me. The Mountman 12,000 BTU comes in at $455.99. Runs on standard 115-volt power cycle, no electrical upgrade required, and hits a 19 SEER2 efficiency rating. That last number matters. Higher SEER2 means lower monthly electricity bills, full stop. It also covers up to 750 square feet, which handles most bedrooms, home offices, and studio apartments without breaking a sweat. And the pre-charge condenser means your installer isn't hunting down refrigerant on day one. Genuinely convenient. So what's the catch? 28 reviews. That's it. A 4.5-star rating is encouraging, but on 28 data points, you're essentially trusting a small group of early adopters. There isn't enough independent reliability data to tell you confidently how this unit performs at year 2 or 3. The 19 SEER2 efficiency is real and competitive. The 115-volt compatibility is a legitimate advantage over the previous pick. But thin review volume means thin confidence. Who is this for? Someone who's done their homework, checked current warranty terms, and is comfortable being an early adopter on a strong spec unit. Everyone else, keep watching. And that brings us to number 1, the Tejonald 12,000 BTU mini split, $419. 19 SEER2. Complete installation kit included. On paper, that's an absurd value proposition. And for once, the paper holds up. Here's the spec that actually matters. 19 SEER2 at 115 volts means this unit runs on a standard household circuit and still hits efficiency numbers that premium brands charge $600, $700 to match. That's not marketing math. That's measurable savings on every single electric bill. It covers 750 square feet, handles both cooling and heating, and the inverter compressor modulates output instead of cycling on and off. So your room stays at temperature instead of swinging 5 degrees every hour. Now, the honest caveat, 7 reviews is a thin sample. Many owners report solid thermal performance, but long-term reliability data simply doesn't exist yet. Professional installation is still required. Budget for that. Skip this if you need a 5-year track record. But if you want the strongest efficiency-to-cost ratio in this entire lineup, right now, at $419.99 with everything in the box, nothing else here touches it. So let's actually lay this out side by side. Price range, $419 to $799. That's a $380 spread. Efficiency, SEER 219 to 22. Capacity, 12,000 to 18,000 BTU with real overlap in the middle. Here's where it gets interesting. Several of these run standard 115-volt plug-and-play. Others need a dedicated 230-volt circuit. That single fact can add hundreds in electrician fees before you flip a switch. And the advertised SEER2 numbers? Measured performance tells a different story. The gap between marketing spec and real-world output is widest at the top of the price range. Paying more doesn't automatically mean getting more. So here's where everything lands. Tejonald wins. Best real-world efficiency, honest specs, best price-to-performance ratio in this class. That's your buy. Budget tighter? Mountman holds up. It's not perfect, but it's not pretending to be something it isn't. Garvey? Inflated numbers, under-delivered performance. Quietly eats your money. Skip it. Senville charges premium pricing for gains you probably won't feel. The Wi-Fi unit earns its place only if you genuinely need 18,000 BTU on 230 volts. Otherwise, you're overpaying for capacity you'll never use. Links are below. No sponsors, no brand deals, ever. If this saved you from a bad install, hit like. Subscribe for more stress tests, and drop your mini split horror story below. I read everyone.